Have you ever wondered why some athletes seem to have that extra edge? That magical ability to push harder, recover faster, and perform at levels that seem almost superhuman? Well, I'm about to share the secret weapon that elite athletes across the globe are using to crush their competition, and it's something you're already doing right now without even thinking about it. Breathing. But not just any breathing. I'm talking about strategic, scientifically proven breathing techniques that can transform your athletic performance overnight. These aren't just minor improvements we're talking about. Athletes using these methods have reported up to 30% increases in endurance and significant gains in strength. And the best part? You can start implementing these techniques today without any special equipment or expensive training programs. I know what you're thinking. Come on, breathing? Really? That's your big secret? I had the same reaction when I first heard about this. But after researching the science, interviewing Olympic athletes, and testing these methods myself, I've become a complete convert. And by the end of this video, I guarantee you will be too. Let's start with why traditional breathing patterns are holding you back. Most of us breathe in a shallow, chest-focused way that activates our fight or flight response and limits oxygen intake. This means your muscles aren't getting the full supply of oxygen they need during intense activity. It's like trying to race a sports car with low-quality fuel. You'll never reach your true potential. The first game-changing technique we'll explore is diaphragmatic breathing, or belly breathing. Unlike shallow chest breathing, diaphragmatic breathing engages your primary breathing muscle, the diaphragm, allowing for greater oxygen intake and carbon dioxide release. Elite marathoners use this technique to maintain steady oxygen levels during long races, keeping their muscles fueled and delaying fatigue. To practice this technique, place one hand on your chest and another on your stomach. When you inhale, focus on pushing your stomach out while keeping your chest relatively still. When you exhale, let your stomach fall naturally. Try this for 5 minutes before your next workout, and you'll immediately notice the difference in your energy levels and performance capacity. Now, I know some of you are wondering how this applies to high-intensity training like sprinting or weightlifting. Great question. For explosive movements, rhythmic breathing is your secret weapon. This involves synchronizing your breath with your movement patterns, exhaling during the exertion phase and inhaling during the recovery phase. For example, when performing a heavy squat, you take a deep breath and brace before descending, then exhale forcefully as you drive upward. This technique, used by powerlifters who move incredible weights, increases intra-abdominal pressure, creating a natural weight belt that stabilizes your spine and allows for greater force production. The third technique, which completely transformed my own training, is called box breathing, used by Navy SEALs to stay calm and focused in high-stress situations. The pattern is simple. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds. Repeat. I was skeptical about how this would improve my athletic performance until I tried it before a personal record attempt on my deadlift. The mental clarity and physical readiness I experienced were unlike anything I'd felt before. I not only hit my target weight, but exceeded it by 15 pounds. But here's what most fitness experts won't tell you. The real magic happens when you combine these techniques with specific training protocols. For endurance athletes, practicing nasal breathing during low to moderate intensity workouts forces your body to use oxygen more efficiently. Research shows this can improve your VO2 max, the gold standard measurement of cardiorespiratory fitness, by up to 20% over just 6 weeks. For team sport athletes who need both endurance and bursts of speed, interval breath training is the answer. This involves alternating between controlled breathing patterns during recovery periods and more aggressive breathing during high-intensity segments. Professional soccer players use this technique to maintain peak performance throughout a 90-minute match. Now, I can already hear some of you saying, this sounds too complicated to implement during actual competition, and that's a valid concern. The key is to practice these techniques during training until they become second nature. Start by focusing on your breathing during warm-ups, then gradually integrate it into your main workout sessions. The research supporting these methods is compelling. A 2022 study published in the Journal of Sports Sciences found that athletes who followed a structured breathing protocol for 8 weeks showed significantly improved recovery rates between high-intensity efforts compared to the control group. Their perceived exertion was also lower despite working at the same intensity levels. Another fascinating benefit that's rarely discussed is how proper breathing techniques can dramatically improve your recovery between workouts. By practicing slow, deep breathing patterns for just 5 minutes after training, you can accelerate the shift from your sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight, to your parasympathetic nervous system, rest and digest. This simple practice can reduce recovery time by up to 40%, allowing you to train harder and more frequently without overtraining. I've spent the last 3 years working with athletes at all levels, from weekend warriors to professional competitors, and the results speak for themselves. One client, a recreational marathon runner, shaved 17 minutes off her personal best after implementing these breathing techniques for just 2 months. Another, a competitive powerlifter, added 30 pounds to his bench press in 6 weeks without changing his training program. Just his breathing approach. The beauty of breathwork is that it scales perfectly with your current fitness level. Whether you're just starting your fitness journey or you're an elite athlete looking for that extra edge, these techniques will meet you where you are and help elevate your performance to new heights. I want to emphasize that consistency is key here. Just like any other aspect of training, you won't see dramatic results overnight. But with daily practice, even just 5 to 10 minutes, you'll begin noticing improvements within the first 2 weeks. Better endurance, faster recovery, increased power output, and improved focus during your workouts. This is truly the most underutilized performance enhancement tool available to athletes today. And unlike expensive supplements or specialized equipment, it's completely free and available to you anytime, anywhere. If you found this information valuable, please hit that like button right now. It really helps the channel grow. And if you want more cutting-edge techniques to transform your athletic performance, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. I release new performance-enhancing strategies every week that you won't find anywhere else. And if you're serious about taking your breathing practice to the next level, check out my comprehensive Breathwork for Athletes guide. Link in the description below. Until next time, remember, your next breath could be the key to your next breakthrough performance.